Hello Pisces, and welcome to your June new moon reading. This is a collective reading for all Sun, Moon, and Venus placed in Pisces, as well as Pisces rising or ascendant. If you're not sure of your planetary placement, you can search the internet for a free natal chart, enter your information, and they'll produce that for you. I've pre-shuffled the cards, and I've cleared the space and the cards, and we're ready to begin your reading for the month of June, the new moon reading. Currently, we're not in new moon yet. That will happen on the 18th, depending on where you are in the world. We are in the waning crescent phase, which means a time of rest and reflection. We're closing out the previous moon cycle. So the energy that we're going to be talking about applies to now and the actual new moon. I'm going to pull 5 cards from the tarot deck and elaborate with clarification cards as necessary, and then I'll pull 1 card from I think it's the Wisdom Oracle deck, Spirit of Wisdom Oracle deck at the end to pull everything together. So let's see how our energy for Pisces is the Hanged Man for this part of the moon cycle. The focus is the 3 of Pentacles, some earth energy, and the Hanged Man is Neptune, water energy. King of Swords, air energy. This is messages from Spirit regarding this cycle. The Empress, this is actions to take. And then possible final outcome or manifestations, 6 of Swords, which is a transition card. That's air energy. Okay, so let's look at what we have here. We're going to start with the Hanged Man. For those of you who aren't familiar with, as familiar with tarot, the Hanged Man is not a negative card at all. Do you see that golden orb around the head? That expresses enlightenment, insight. The Hanged Man is in a period of suspension, a state of suspension. It's not a punishment. It's a wait and see attitude, whether that's being imposed on you or whether that is something you chose to do. It's sort of wait and let's look again and take another perspective, which is why you see him topsy-turvy like that, or her. So by the way, when I mention genders, I'm just responding to what I see on the face of the deck, not necessarily to there's no assigned genders in tarot. Yes, there are feminine and masculine energies, but you don't have to worry about whether each one is a he or a she or represents a particular person with regard to gender. Okay, so the Hanged Man, like I said, that's Neptune energy. Neptune is a planet for digging deep, examining illusions, dreams, the subconscious, which is exactly the time of the new moon, of this moon cycle that we're in right now. The waning crescent, or sometimes called the balsamic moon, the energy is very quiet right now. The moon's getting darker and darker. It's waning. It's a time for us to rest and reflect. What have we accomplished since the last new moon when we set our intentions? Maybe reflect on the 2 dramatic full moons, the eclipse and then the one that was aligned with huge gravitational force that really heightened our intuition in early June, a few days ago. Those were 2 very powerful full moons. And so now would be a time to sort of retreat a little bit, release. As you reflect, think about what hasn't worked for you so well, for whatever reason. Let go of that for now, or think about how you might want to tweak it. And you need to have a very receptive, open attitude or mindset, because you're digging right now. You're working with your subconscious, and you need to be open to messages from Spirit. So that's the energy that you have right now, approaching this new moon. As the new moon approaches, it's going to get darker and darker and darker. I have a downloadable that is attached below you can click on. Actually, I have 2, one on the moon cycles, and it's a chart telling you what the energy for a particular phase in the cycle is, as well as the purpose of that energy, and then activities that you can engage in to move toward manifestation of whatever intentions you've set. I've also given you a handout on brief meditations in case you don't have time for longer, or if you're just starting your practice and want to experiment with some very brief ones that don't take up too much time. Okay, so what does Spirit want us to focus on right now? They want you to focus during this new moon coming up. They want you to focus on increasing your expertise in something that you love, that you've set maybe intentions in the last cycle. You decided when you last set goals or intentions, you decided you wanted to work on something and practice and increase your expertise because you enjoy it so much. The Three of Pentacles is not the apprentice stage. It's not the novice stage. It's sort of stepping forth into the world, sharing your expertise with others, and they recognize that. And they may even ask you for your services in that regard, or you may just present, you may offer services. So this is something that Spirit wants you to focus on, a new a venture that you started, a hobby you started, a project that you were given at work, a new department, a new team you're working with, something where you've been in that environment, that mindset for a little while, and you're feeling it's becoming more of a comfort zone to you, and you have developed a skill set that you're ready to share. Okay, this is your focus. So you're going to use this Hanged Man energy, the one of taking a new perspective. You're sort of at a point in this development of this hobby where you can stop now and look at it from other perspectives and ask yourself some questions about how you want to move forward with that, and consider things that you hadn't considered before. And remember, that orb there means you will find some enlightenment from this period of reflection and repose. Let's get some clarification on the Three of Pentacles. Focus. Okay. Yes, this is coming from the beginning of, you accepted an offer from the universe, or you rose to the occasion to meet and reach out for an offer from the universe of something that you love, something you love to do. Now, this can also represent, since this is the Page of Cups loves to learn. I love all the pages. They have a very open-minded, open-hearted approach to their stage of life. So right now, in this darker, receptive mode of the moon phase, before the new moon, when you're ready to really firm up your intentions, right now is a time when you need to consider all the possibilities. Use this page energy, this openness to learning, to brainstorm, release judgment of different ideas, gather and explore all of your thoughts and your feelings toward this activity in which you're gaining, improving your skill set, using all of your talents to manifest, thinking about your past and your future, gathering knowledge. That's what this Page of Cups is about. Let me cut here. Let's get some more clarification. Because by doing this, you're going to find balance. Do you see the scales here? Karma. Being able to pursue this is bringing balance to your life. And it's bringing karma as well. You're getting the fulfillment that you deserve. You're headed toward the fulfillment you deserve. This is represented by Libra energy right here. Now, by the way, Neptune is in case you were not aware or had forgotten, Neptune is your ruler. It's the ruler of Pisces. So that this is definitely you right now. But it could be that a Libra is involved. someone who helped you get started with this or helped you improve or gain mastery and is still helping you improve. So it could be a mentor, and that might be a Libra or someone with a Libra placement or Libra rising. Let's get another clarification here. And what they're helping you do, this person is helping you set realistic expectations for yourself. So this is going to really help in this phase of the new moon, because this is when you're supposed to be deciding what your intentions are that you're going to set on June 18th to work on manifestation of those intentions and goals. So 7 of Cups, you have a lot of choices, different directions you can go with this activity that you've embraced, different places you can go. And your mentor here is going to help you choose what is doable at this particular stage and what you might need to put off and what might just be an illusion. Do you see that crescent moon right there? Moon represents secrets and the unknown, and mystery. So your mentor is going to be helping you find out more about, they're going to help you examine what is it that you like about this activity that you've embraced, this job, this hobby, this pursuit. What is it that you love? What is it that you want to continue to refine at this particular stage? What do you want to, how do you need to be looking at this in order to bring it forward for the best? Okay, well, let's look at the King of Swords, because this is the message from Spirit. The King of Swords is the master of the air energy. Air energy is all about communication, using your intellect, examining what's the truth of this, what are your true intentions, your true motives. So the King of Swords, especially since this is happening in Gemini, the King of Swords is an air sign. In particular, it represents Aquarius, so it could be someone with an Aquarius placement or Aquarius rising. But Spirit wants you to really engage your mind and examine this and align your character, your principles, your truth with the way you communicate in this particular activity. Now, by the way, the Pentacles are earth energy. This is material resources. So it could be that you're focusing on the business aspect of something right now, or just something about a work project or a work team, something in your department. But let's get some more here from the King of Swords. Tell us more about this message. 2 of Cups. Okay, this could represent the beginning of true love. You could be meeting someone at the workplace. It can also mean, and this is like soulmate energy here, a really deep love for each other. Or it could be you are merging 2 sides of yourself. You're able to express your full self in this focus of what this activity you've embraced here. And the King of Swords, the message from Spirit is, use your mind, your intellect, your ability to communicate to develop this relationship, whether this is an outward relationship or whether it's a relationship within yourself. What else do we have here? 5 of Wands, some playful competition. Okay. So Spirit is telling you the expertise you've developed here, remember, you're past the novice stage. And you might begin to see how you can become more competitive in a particular market, within your company, your institution, your organization, so that you can move forward. The 5 of Wands is not lighthearted, but not negative competition. It's motivational type competition. In the classic deck there, you have a group of youths that are fighting with each other in a playful way. And then finally, final clarification card here is the 2 of Wands. You're making a choice. You're making a choice about moving forward. You're surveying the landscape. This is exactly what this energy right now of the waning crescent is all about. It's about surveying the landscape, considering your options, and getting ready to make a choice, because for the when the new moon comes, that's going to be the time that you make your choice. Wands, both of these Wands cards represent energy and inspiration, but also planning and design. Planning and design. Okay, so you're incubating your thoughts right now. King of Swords, thoughts, using your intellect. So you're incubating, you're getting ready to set your intentions in the new moon. You might be journaling. This is a good time for a lot of self-care, to keep you in a positive framework for when you're considering, when you're in suspension, not ready to really move forward, but preparing, because this is a preparation stage. You might do a vision board or a vision box. You might start scripting affirmations, stating them as if your intention has already been, your wish has been fulfilled, and also giving thanks. So the Two of Wands, preparation, planning, design. And he's looking toward the mountains, she's looking toward the mountains. The mountains are things to achieve. So considering possible goals here. Okay, let's look at this activity here. So how are you to be? How are you to be when it comes to, as we move toward the new moon? Now, right before the new moon, there's what's called the dark moon. It's not one of the 8 official stages or phases of the moon, but many people who try to tailor their cycles with the moon cycles, try to harmonize, include that brief dark moon phase, which is right before the new moon, right when there's only a little bitty sliver, you can barely see it. On a cloudy night, you wouldn't see it at all. And that's going to be, it's called the dark moon because that's the time when you want to make sure that you have released everything from the last cycle, whether it's successes. You don't want to rest on your laurels. You want to have celebrated those successes and released them, where you release any negative thought patterns that you had, any self-doubts that you had about manifesting, bringing things into realization, into reality. So it's a time when you really focus that self-care, and you express affirmations of success during that last cycle, and do some gratitude journaling as well. This is all in that chart too that I've got that you can download. Okay, the Empress. The Empress is represented by Venus. She is the divine feminine, and that is because all of her divine talents rest with being like the epitome of nurturing feminine, nurturing and giving and supporting, loving, feeding a person's, feeding with support, not just feeding with food, but feeding with support and love. The Empress gives us power. Empress energy, the divine feminine, gives us supportive energy so that we can come into power. So right now, since we're in a self-care phase, yes, the self-care is part of your empowerment, because you're building the energy and the positive mindset, and calling on the support from those around you, or creating a supportive environment, whatever it is that's going to nurture your soul during the new moon itself. And the new moon is when you're going to feel a lot of this wand energy, a lot of that inspiration. And this is going to be when you actually set your intentions. Now, when you set your intentions, writing them down is crucial. You know, our mind is great for being creative and thinking and detecting patterns and learning, but it's not so great at storing as a record keeper. Our mind, our memories can become distorted more easily than we realize. They can go missing. They can fade and become very vague. And they can just be outright mistaken sometimes, depending on how emotional we're when we originally recorded the experience. So if spirit, the universe, needs to know that you're serious about your goals and intentions. And I mean, even research backs this up, that people who set their goals and set their intentions by writing them down and having an outward record keeping of that, they can track them better. It helps them clarify and prioritize. And then universe knows what your real message is. When your goals are all swirling around in your head, along with all the other daily distractors that we have, all the distractions in life and the emotions, we can even get lost about what it is we really want. But creating those written intentions and the affirmations that support them on paper, on your phone, like I said, in a vision box or a vision board, whatever helps. By journaling, doing that sends a very clear message to spirit what it is you really are working for. And when you go back to them and you look at them every day, it reminds you, and it keeps you on track. It keeps you motivated. Helps you keep from giving up and quitting. So the Six of Swords for your final outcome. Do you see this figure in the boat here? In this one, this person is rowing themselves. And I believe that that's what fits this reading best. In the traditional deck, you have someone behind, like in a gondola. You've got the gondolier doing the rowing. Do you see how the Six Swords are here? The Six Swords are guiding them. And you see the moonlight. Now, that's a full moon, not a new moon. But what this card is telling you is that by having set your goals, putting them before you in some concrete manner, when the full moon comes in a few, about 3 weeks, I think, from here, when the full moon comes in 3 weeks or so, you will have manifested this particular cycle that's within your larger framework of goals. That because this is a transition period, you are transitioning forward. You're moving forward toward these goals, and this is because you have empowered yourself. You've empowered yourself with the energy from the divine feminine, from the Empress. This spirit right here. This was the action you took. I had that list of activities you can engage in for all the 8 phases of the moon, and particularly as the moon begins to wax and gain more and more illumination from the sun. The more it does so, the more active you can be. You set your action plan, your to-do list, you engage in the activities, you repeat your affirmations, etc. So the Six of Swords tells me that you will have made some progress that's visible to you. You will feel your progress by the end of this particular lunar cycle. And let's pull a card from this oracle deck here for a final message from the universe. And that is the Thinker. Oh, that fits perfectly, because we had the King here thinking. We had the Two of Wands, making your choices based on your thinking. And then we have the Six of Swords. You have thought your goals through. And these could be your little mini goals for each new moon cycle. One or two for this new moon cycle, 1 or 2 for this new moon, 1 or 2 for the next. And all of these are leading you toward your ultimate goal, which is connected back here to this earth energy. Something in your earthly realm that you're working on, that you're expanding. The 3s represent expansion and growth. Okay, well, this is what I have for you today, Pisces. I hope that this has helped, that you've gained some insight to move you through the cycle. Please do check out the 2 downloadables that I've attached below. If you liked this reading, please do give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing, and I look forward to reading for you again. Thanks so much.